This is a ticket to the party.
Evening, boys. First service. You gotta love Mohammed.
Oh! That is a moment of absolute magic from Federer.
It's Murray magic, though.
Djokovic, what are you doing? It's phenomenal.
He's got quite a large gluteus maximus.
I've never seen anything like it.
Hello and welcome back to the Loosely Strung Tennis Podcast. My name's Callum and I actually don't have the usual team here with me today. Gary couldn't make it along, so we send him all our best wishes, don't we? We send him our best wishes. But I'm here today with Callum Price. How are you, Callum?
Oh, I mean, it's been a long day, man.
It's been
that wedding. We were all at a wedding last night, and I was rubbing shoulders with quite a handsome bartender who was giving me 2 drinks for the price of 1, which sounds a lot more suspect than it really is.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, man.
No, we were at a wedding. Good to see, Ross Skinner, that you're still here and kicking.
Yes, barely. First of all, please drink responsibly. Secondly, I am not on top of the world today. I am in a real blender. So it's going to be a lot of good content from me today.
Fantastic. And the magic man himself, Ross P, how are you feeling after last night?
Yeah, I'm feeling.
I feel.
I'm very feeling.
I feel something.
Yeah.
So a few weddings last night.
Few weddings?
Yeah, few weddings. No, a wedding last night and a couple of hungover boys. We're one down, but we're here, we're ready to go. And what a place to start! What a place to start today. Billie-Jean King Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Who was there on Saturday? That'll be us.
Oh, that'll be us.
Lots of strong podcast, guys.
Yeah, just
Couple of handsome guys sat around this table. That's who it was.
We saw Great Britain and they took on Australia. It was an absolutely fantastic match. Harriet Dart, superb, wasn't she?
Ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That standard of tennis was... They were hitting it like an absolute train.
Yeah.
There was that rally that went about 25 shots and it was just like bombs. Literally, it was great. It was superb tennis.
It was boomtown tennis, as I like to say.
Boomski.
Yeah.
Boomski. Yeah.
No, it was. I thought it was fantastic, absolutely brilliant. The standard was just so good, and for me, I'm not having a go at anyone or anything to do with women's tennis, but it's the best women's tennis match I've ever watched.
Live?
It's the most I've ever been into to watching it. You know, I thought absolutely superb, and Harriet Dart was just a class above.
I don't know if it's necessarily the best match I watched, but it's probably the best individual performance I've seen like live like that. I think Harriet Dart was unbelievable. It wasn't really competitive. It got a wee bit competitive towards the end of the first set, but I think that was maybe just a wee bit of nerves on the British side. But no, it was brilliant to watch, wasn't it?
I want to see Tomljanovic though. I nearly said her name right as
How
well.
did you get that name right and you've had other names wrong?
I think she actually has a game though to do really well at a slam one time. I know she got to semi-final Wimbledon, but I think if she kept her head, went to Price's school as then, didn't lose the plot sometimes, I think she could actually go quite far.
And she was getting a little bit angry, wasn't she?
Yeah.
A few racket throws, like hitting the ground a few times.
You love the passion, but channel it.
That's what international fixtures are all about, isn't it? Passion.
Aye. And do you know what? One thing I will love as well, see the actual setup. Like the teams,
you
the
love the-
setup,
yeah.
the chairs and all that. I thought it was an absolute cracking
They look
setup.
like gaming chairs.
Aye, that's
They
what
were
it
gaming
is.
chairs, yeah, they were.
They're like esports. There we go.
God.
Sports. It's in the game.
Do you not find it really, really easy to get behind your country? You know, like it's really easy to be a part of. You feel like you're a part of something. It's enjoyable. You're backing a team, not just a player. And I think that's something that like tennis obviously has and will continue to bank on.
It certainly helps get the crowd more involved. Like obviously we've talked about this in the past about what makes like good viewing for tennis, and I think making you feel as if you're a part of that team, like national anthems at the start and stuff like that. Yes, it's really good. I like it.
I guess there is an argument in a way to it because we obviously were there on Saturday. I wouldn't say we were really, or even the crowd are really into the first match. It was like a slow burner in a way.
Yeah.
I just the standard changed. The standard jumped so much in that second game. It was hard to not get into it.
I also think Harriet Dart made a massive difference because she was hyping the crowd. Remember the first game, she was like, let's go, getting the crowd going, and I think that's important. And I tell you what, her teammates were more hyped into it as well.
Aye, she was a bit mouthy to the old chair umpire.
I know.
She liked a bit of chat, didn't she? Was that just long? Yeah, just
Ross
long.
P,
Bit like Cam Price on court, just long, mate. Yeah.
You know, defending the umpires today.
Yeah, that's my role. I'm in the umpire's corner, aren't I? I'm their sort of representative. I don't know, because it was a national event. I don't mind it. If the British guys are doing it to them, I'm a little bit
bias,
yeah, a little
bias,
bit British. Yeah, I know. I'm a little bit more sort of on the fence with that, you know. But yeah, they're allowed now and then to do it.
If you're protected umpires though, I'm gonna go full in on the line judge. They had one of the worst calls I've ever seen. It was literally about a foot out. Didn't call it out, and they had to use a challenge. Remember in the second match?
Yeah, we were sat right in the baseline as well, so we've seen that. That was a crisp call from us.
Yes,
yeah,
we were there ready.
Must be hard being a line judge, surely though.
No, you look at the line. The ball hits it, you call it in. If it doesn't, you call it out.
The one thing.
Okay, right.
No, easy. Nah, I'm sorry. Easy job.
There was only because England compared to Wimbledon when there was like three though, one down the middle, two either side. There was two. And remember that guy running around at the back like.
That's terrible. The guy from Monsters Inc. What's his name? Mike Wazowski. He's just doing these mini sprints to it. I know, it's so bad. Would you get rid of umpires and just go with the full electronic system?
No,
line judges.
No.
Not umpires, sorry, line judges. I'd get rid of them.
Nah.
I love the electronic system.
It's so
smooth.
Yeah.
No, because you want challenges. You want the hype of challenges.
Yeah, if you're a player, you want to get rid of them because it's a bit more streamlined. There's no, you're not relying on a challenge or anything like that. But I think as fans, see every time there was a bit of engagement and there was a challenge, we were doing the whole clap thing. There's a little bit of drama involved, and I think a little bit more drama. Yeah, Ross, you started a clap.
I started an absolute cracking clap.
What, at the Billie-Jean King Cup?
Yeah, started clap.
To be fair, you're about 3 miles behind me. You were up the gods, man. You were clapping for the first set. We were
myself and Pricey had front row seats, so the two other boys were genuinely, you could not see them. They were miles away.
We had may have been further away, but we had a better tactical view of the game.
Yeah. It's now the time that we tell them it was just you and me that were invited on VIP tickets.
Yeah, no,
it's the same. Sorry, boys.
Just 2 media passes now for me and Pricey, so sorry. No Rosses.
Against Rosses here, shocking behaviour.
So obviously we were at the Billie-Jean King Cup. I thought it was really well put together from Tennis Scotland, LTA, whoever put it together.
ITF.
Miles. Well, I mean like this, the setup on the day, etc. Miles better than Fort Worth. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
100%. I mean,
I'm still angry at Texans for that.
Glasgow has trumped.
Oh,
They have absolutely trumped them.
Donald Trump it.
Huge.
Although it wasn't full over the week, I still thought even on Saturday we were there. Great turnout, great events on. You can roll the ball through the little hole outside.
Oh, Ross, you won that, didn't you?
Yes,
Be a bulkhead.
Be a bulkhead. I was obviously the best.
I was getting fuming. There's a wee kid in front of me and he had about 30 goals.
Yeah.
Lad, you're not cut out for it. Move on.
No, we didn't even get on the practice.
Move on, man. Anna didn't get on the red ball court. I was there for some touch tennis, TT.
Oh, unbelievable.
End of the day, Switzerland, they are the new Billie-Jean King Cup winners, and do you know what they got?
What did
they got a blue blazer.
Wow.
Oh.
That's new, so they stole it from the Masters. I'm not joking, not being harsh, but the actual setup of like handing everything out was terrible. I was watching it, obviously wedding last night.
Difficult to watch,
but I watched the prize giving today, like the prize ceremony after it. Absolutely rubbish. Everything was so slow, not done properly, and they kept being like, there was someone announcing over everything, and it was awful. It was like, and we've copied the Masters here. Like, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're just making tennis sound even worse. Like,
just
it's
making
desperate.
your own thing. Like, see if you're putting blue blazers on them all. That just 1 year it starts in 5 years' time.
It was so bad. There was a part where it went, there's blue blazers because Billie-Jean King sometimes wore blue. No joke. How bad is that? Sometimes wore blue in her career. Honestly, how do you drag people in listening to that nonsense rubbish?
Great she was there though during the week, Billie-Jean.
We could hope so, because it's her cup, so...
But still, being in Scotland and all that, it's good to see tennis legends like that.
Good for growing the game.
She probably would have beat Heather Watson. Heather Watson had a bit of an off day, to be fair. She was struggling. She was struggling. Aye, it's hard. It was a hostile atmosphere, man.
She did a cracking effort during the week, early on in the week, though.
Oh, she did as a solid. Do you know what? It's a lot of tennis. It is.
No, it is a lot, but when we were talking about it earlier on as well, how good is the deciding doubles?
Oh,
that's what you hear. I want every single tie to go one each and decided by doubles. I don't know what it is in team competitions, but doubles is so much better. You're right into the doubles thing. It's because it's fast and the game's played like.
There's more hype in doubles as well because
everyone's moved.
Your partner,
your jump.
Oh God!
But I think also like see when you get a big smash. Like hits the crowd into the crowd and all that, and everyone's like, yeah,
up in arms,
and you get more of that in doubles. I think just
and I love that there's always someone standing at the net that if it's getting a wee bit aggro, just nail them, man. Fucking nail them, one. That's what tennis is missing. Just fucking do them, one, man.
What's when Jack Sock smacked Salisbury with the ball in the head?
That was nuts, man. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like 100 miles an hour. I absolutely caned him with it.
And they're like pals.
Yeah, and they're just like, alright, fair enough. Nah, I love it.
No friends in the tennis court. Between those lines, there's no mates.
Exactly.
But yeah, well done to Switzerland. They've obviously, they're the champs first. I think that's the first one. Obviously it was Fed Cup before, but I think that's the first one. Well done for being champs, Bencic, etc. And we're going to follow the Bencic train here. I don't know if you know what's coming, because Bencic is in the World Tennis League, and
so he is. Oops, she is.
Every week. And she is playing for the Eagles. Alright, how are we liking that? The Eagles, the Kites, the Falcons and the Hawks World Tennis League.
Yeah,
thoughts, Ross P?
The names took a bit of a dip when they got a kite, so didn't they? I mean, you get Falcons, Eagles, Hawks, and then some just flying a kite. I mean,
do you know what? It's a kite is a bird, and do you know what? For you saying that, I am going to support the Kites. I'm going to put all my team support behind the Kites.
Yeah, but this isn't like Country Fire or Gardeners World. We don't have to educate people on what kites are. Like, I thought kites are just like a kite. Like, the World Tennis League shouldn't be like, oh, Titchmarsh is umpiring it because we're talking about fucking Falcons and shit. Whereas it should be just keep the names going a bit more badass rather than a kite.
I know.
What would you have named the last one? A robin?
Yeah,
Albatross.
Albatross.
No,
that's just too long, isn't it? Albatross rubbish. That'd be a good one. What would you name your team if it was a bird? I would have picked. I love an eagle, to be fair. I would have picked
if it was a bird,
and I'm supporting the Eagles.
Are you supporting the Eagles?
Yeah, and guess who they play first? The Kites.
Oh fuck!
It's me with you.
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to buy the merch. I'm going to go right in. Look great for it.
I'm all dressed as a kite.
I'm going to dressed as a
Stand up, high as a kite.
Just coming and going.
So we've got two teams left, and we've got two boys here as well. We've got the Hawks and the Falcons. Any takers for?
Oh, I'm having the
support?
Hawks, man.
Oh.
As soon as those kites start flying, the Hawks will be in, talons out, right in the back of you, man.
The Falcons are like pretty much the same thing, though.
No one's a Falcon, Rossby.
I like Falcon.
Hawkeye. That's what it is. Bring back Hawkeye. All the calls are going to go for the Hawks.
Oh yeah, okay.
All the Hawks.
I mean, take away from the names for a second. The idea's cracker. It is absolutely love it. Going back to the team sport earlier on, this is something that they can actually really build upon and build out, in my opinion.
You're so spot on. Imagine they did this 3 times a year or 4 times a year. Say it was a week after a slam, right? When no one's going to play like a 250, etc., because they're not.
Yeah.
Especially the bigger players. If they did this 4 times a year and it was a league table, right? Maybe it takes 1, 2, 3 years to pick up, but why can't you have in 4 or 5 years people actually supporting the team? So why can't they make signings? You know, there could be a transfer. Yeah. Transfer deadline day and stuff.
I know what you're about to say.
What if you went like an NFL draft?
Yeah.
A draft?
Exactly.
Like a new player comes in?
Like tennis, listen man, this is what you need. Like, have this draft, right? We've already stole the Blazers from the Masters, so we may as well steal something else from another sport. Get the draft in. Can you imagine everyone sitting round like me with my Eagles shirt and tie? What? My Eagles jumper and that on. It's like, oh, who are we bringing in this year? And it gets announced and you're like, no way, we've just signed Medvedev. And everyone's like, oh wow, they've just been drafting
Even
Medvedev.
in like not stupid, but like the smaller scale, like the charity games they do. Remember they did the Fun for the Bushfire in Australia, and they announced the people that were coming out, like because you didn't know who was playing for each team. The crowd were loving that, and that's like not worth anything. That was nothing but a wee charity match that people put on, and of course it was a brilliant cause. But it's like, imagine if it actually meant something like proper points.
Yeah.
Like everybody hypes. Oh, here comes Rafa. Here comes. Oh, I'm made. Well, probably not Roger. But you know.
Yeah, plus a league is more of a long-term thing rather than like they call it the league and they're doing it like for how long at the end of the year. So if a
3
league,
days?
yeah, so a league should be like a full year in the calendar.
Yeah, how
event.
good would it be?
Teams have their entrance music. They come out to it. You know, I mean, if I was a player, I would want entrance music, my own song for like at least a year straight. Every time I'm on the court, I'm coming on that song, and that song is "Here Comes the Money." Shane McMahon, WWE, and I'm doing my whole Shane McMahon step, my moonwalking step, everything, and I'm just rolling with it, man. I'm loving it.
I think it's important that we don't get ahead of ourselves here. We are obviously missing Gary, the sensible one. I put the question to you all: do you think players are as hyped about this as we are, or are they going to go, look, I'm here to win slams?
Well,
are they going to commit to a season?
This is what I mean. But what if you grow it? What if it grows? You know, what if you've got it 4 times a year, a proper league? Like, as we said before, supporting teams is great. It's much easier to get behind a team than a player, right? So having that team you support, yes, I think the players will get behind it because it's oil money backed.
We all disagree with.
Yes,
Money
right.
talks,
So,
money
money
talks.
talks. Yeah, exactly. So I think anything that's paying them like what $7 billion a year, they'll probably be okay with and be up for. But like, no, I think unbelievable idea, but grow it. Just grow it.
Yeah, well done, the tennis organisations.
This could be something, and let's be honest, it's not going to happen. They're not going to do it. We've got dreams here.
Yeah.
But it'd be amazing.
They'll find a way to mess it up. They will. That's what they always do. But you can't, until they do it, I'm with them, I'm backing them.
No, but at least they're trying to do something different. That for me, they're trying to engage a different audience one way or another. And then, do you know what? Am I going to start chanting "Go Kites"? Doesn't sound great.
So bad.
But
you go down the park and do that, don't you?
But I generally do think I'm going to get on board with it. I'm going to support them, and I'm going to give it at least a chance.
But that's what I mean. Like, you think when stuff was made, I don't know, other team events were made, people were behind it right away? No chance.
No.
It takes time. It's like even the Laver Cup, or if you're Ellie Golden, the Lava Cup. Like that, people still aren't really behind that, you know? Like, people aren't really hyped for it as much. But maybe in 10 years or 20 years, when there's actually a bit of legacy and history to it, it makes a little bit of a difference.
The Laver Cup needs to look like the Ryder Cup and just get it in golf and just completely jump into it.
Yeah, but also they need to either decide, are we an exhibition or are we proper? Like, you can't do this and then bring Federer in, who's like 9 billion ranked in the world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I know it's his last tournament, I know he's helped create the Lava Cup, but if you want to be taken seriously, like, you can't just call random people in. It's got to be done on rankings. Fair enough, for this I think would be different. The World Tennis League, like as you said, doing a draft, etc. Unbelievable. I'd love to know, everyone at home, what your thoughts would be. Who would be your team and what would you name it?
Get on the socials and that one.
There are some good comments on that.
We're looking for some.
Doesn't just have to be bird names, guys. Like, let's try to be a bit more creative with it.
Come on, harsh on. I was going to say the Dubaians there.
Yeah.
Harsh on the aviation industry.
Yes, you're right. So as we mentioned before, we're all at a wedding last night, loving it, weren't we?
Oh, on the dance floor.
Snake Hits Price was in promotion last night, man.
I'm putting a little question across to the rest of the pod. Looking at the ATP WTA tours, although it doesn't really work with the WTA for this, who is your best man? Who is running your stag? And then who's picking your suit?
I've actually thought about this before. I've honestly thought about this. I've said many a times that I would want Rafa to be doing my best man speech. I don't think there's anyone who knows me more than Rafa.
Have you heard the guy speak?
Can you imagine? No, that's not correct. I am very happy to be here. It's very important for me. It's very big in my career to be here. That's exactly how he speaks. And imagine that in front of a room of Scottish people. That would be brilliant. I'd love it. Yeah, I'd have Rafa do my best man speech. I would obviously have Roger for the style, but he's not on the tour anymore. I'll take Berrettini. Or maybe Fognini, like a hybrid of those two. 'Cause it's getting quite common to have like best men kind of thing. And I think for my stag night, it's got to be someone like Dan Evans, man. The guy just loves it, doesn't he?
He would. Oh man.
A couple of years ago, he'd have been right on board that. Oh, jeez.
I have to agree with you on. For me, suits definitely Federer. I know he's not on tour, but class.
Class personified.
A best man speech. I'm actually going to go with Runa. After he's...
I'm very happy to be here.
It'll only get better. Thank you, Ross.
I'm so honoured to be Ross' best man.
I grew up watching you a long time.
But for my stag do, I'm going to go for an old player. Andre Agassi. He must have been an animal back in the
You ever read his book?
Agassi's at it again.
The guy was a nutter.
Was he?
Read his autobiography. He's a loony. Remember, he's like, I'm never coming to play in Britain again.
Obviously wouldn't it be my wedding then, it would be my renewing my vows.
Of course, happily married man. But Ross, and changes. You know about that.
Okay.
Alright, Jesus.
Ross P, any suggestions for yourself on who you'd like to have as a best man or stag do, etc.? I've got one in mind for me if you want me to go first.
Yeah, on you go.
I'd like a wee bit of Bernard Tomic.
Oh my god, why? To do what?
To do what?
All three.
All three?
That's a whole lot of Tomic, so that's not a wee bit of Tomic.
I'm going to have Bernard Tomic.
So you're going teetotal?
On my stag, definitely. He's wild, yeah.
He's got to be.
He's mental. Like, I don't know if he's all okay, but he's wild. Like,
he's not all quite there.
Yeah, he's done stuff previously. I remember he's saying like hates tennis, only in it for the money and stuff, and he's buying like luxury cars that like I don't think he could drive at the time. Like miles off the tour for ages. Definitely loves a booze.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Also, crap tennis player.
Oh yeah, haven't it?
Oh come on, not rubbish.
No, he's not.
No, he is rubbish.
What was he was really high ranked, wasn't he?
Yeah.
At one point, and he fell off
because he got high ranked because he had one good run coming from nothing. It was at Wimbledon. He had a good run, and he gave. I think it was Nadal who put him out in 5 sets. If something like that, he had a really good run, got to the semi-final or something, I think.
Good knowledge. But no, I actually think he's alright. He's won three challengers in a row towards the end of the year.
Yeah,
You've got to start somewhere on the comeback.
And they say your mental brain doesn't fully mature till you're 26 years old.
Jeez.
I've got another year to go.
I'm a year past it and I'm nowhere near it.
And I think for someone like that, it might just click when you're a wee bit older. It happens sometimes with certain players.
I'm also going to throw this out here. It's a little bit off topic, and Ross P will definitely get back to who you're picking.
It's in my head right now, man. But yeah, go for it.
Do you know, we've spoke a lot about different sports here. I'm going to throw another one out. See how boxing does charity matches?
Yep.
Right, so like last night Mayweather fought, or was it last night or Saturday night? He fought KSI's brother Deji, right? I saw on Instagram Bernard Tomic offering Nick Kyrgios like 1v1 tennis match. They both put so much money on the line. Winner goes to someone's charity, etc.
That's too friendly. That's too friendly for me. It's got to go in the winner's pocket. The money.
I don't know. I mean, I think on the boxing side, I think those charity events and all that are shocking.
Yeah.
Not interested.
Not interested at all.
Floyd Mayweather is like 50 years old.
Yeah, I don't watch that. And then do I really want to watch an exhibition match?
And
probably
also,
not.
Tennis is not exactly as hard hitting as boxing, is it?
Yeah, but what if something was on the line at the end?
But like what?
It's like loser retires.
I would no, but see if there was like a grudge match. See if there was two people that actually hated each other.
Yeah, how good would that be?
And went aye, and we'll do it 1-on-1.
Have Opelka and Fritz not been good at each other recently?
I think they're actually alright. I don't even want to mention Opelka on this because he's doing my fucking head in on Twitter. The guy's so rude that I'm just not a fan of him. You'll probably see we've responded to a few of his tweets and stuff, which obviously he's ignored because like we're too massive time for him to have a go at us. He's doing my head in. Right? Not a fan, not interested in him. I actually don't even know where he is. He's injured.
Who cares, practice or something.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, not interested in him. But back to what you were saying, grudge matches. I'd like to see that, but I'd like something on the line. Don't really know what I'd want to see on the line. Maybe loser has to stand at the back at the net, another person that serves
a game of red arse. Good old game of red arse. Hey, and you get VIP tickets. People get to come down and hit the balls at the loser.
It's
money, baby.
It's like that TV show. Come on down. Come from the crowd. Comes down. Thanks very much, guys. How you doing?
Just bang a
Ross
racket.
B, Shane McMahon on his way down the stairs. Thank God Ross B wouldn't be in the gods, man. It took him a year to get down the stairs.
So Skinny, up for some grudge matches? You're a yes for it?
I think I'm a yes on the right occasion.
Only if there was something on the line.
Something on the line.
Like, imagine they had like, I'm not even going to say, I was going to say, imagine they had like a title belt.
I mean, I think a tennis tournament should do a title belt or something like that. Do something a bit different. Someone out there do something.
Yeah, well, what about, so say it started in January, listen to this for a shout, and everyone back home listen to this for a shout. Starts in January, first year's 2023, a random number between 1 and 100 in the ATP tour gets drawn out of a hat. So say it's like number 31 and it's,
Oh, I like this. Yeah.
I don't know, Marin Cilic, something like that. Marin Cilic then starts with the tennis something belt,
Oh, he defends it.
and he defends it every match he plays.
Yeah,
But if he loses a match,
Yeah.
that person gets it,
like
right?
the old
So it
hardcore
could,
deal.
it could go between different people the full year, and whoever finishes at the end of the year gets like 1
Like a game
million.
of
That's
King
what I
of-
was
like a game of King of the Court.
Yeah, like a genuine, like
Yeah.
a year
Any
long
court in
game
the
of
world. Any court in the
And
world.
when it hits like 31st December,
Yeah.
that's it.
They-
£1 million.
and then they start with the belt for the next year because no one goes undefeated
Yeah.
forever. So like what I mean, like Cilic could have it. He loses Adelaide round 2 to Holger Rune, and then Holger Rune has it for the Australian Open, but then I don't know, Medvedev wins the Australian Open, so he's got it, and it just goes through the whole year.
Every time they come on court, they've got the
They have to wear the belt.
Oh, just swaggering
How
on.
good would that be? That
I
is
imagine, like, remember that period of dominance Djokovic? I'd imagine winning it all year, going undefeated, then like getting to the tour finals and breaking your ankle.
You need to give him a
But the
million.
tour finals might not even have the person there with it.
Aye.
Exactly.
Because what could be a round one in
Yeah.
Wimbledon, a big player say lost it to a qualifier who now is going on a challenger.
Yeah, and then it gets stuck in the challenges for ages, and you're needing an up and comer to bring it back to the tour.
Yeah,
Amazing.
what about-
amazing?
And it's a million. If it's £1 million, that could be like.
That could be enough for a kid to, all the way through.
Aye, wee John from Glasgow gets through him.
Yeah.
A big tournament gets.
What
gets
would
out
Billy
short.
Blades do with £1 million?
Oh, that's true. That's true. Wow, someone should like endorse him or something. He's got the greatest name of all
Get
time.
him on board.
I know we've gone really far off topic here, but Ross P, I'm going to fire back to you with your best man.
Benoit Paire.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
I'm keeping my French connection.
I know.
I've got to keep my French connection up. But he's a guy. I mean, I think he said recently, I think it was when there was no crowds in the tennis tour, that he's only really liking it for going across the world and seeing all the fans and stuff. So he's a pretty well travelled. Obviously, they're all well travelled, but he seems like he just goes to these places and maybe wanders off the sort of beaten track a bit more than the other guys. So I'm gonna trust him with a stag do, and it could be fucking anywhere in the world.
and rounding the podcast off this week, we're going to have a usual little dabble at some predictions. They've been horrendous for the last few weeks, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, I probably lost a little bit of money on Bet365. Please gamble responsibly on my predictions, so it's not been great.
No, we are something like 15 predictions in combined and 0 correct.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
there's no better time to start than the present. And the ATP Tour finals are on just now, and that's what I'm asking the boys to predict. I'll go first. I'll start there. I'm actually going to go on the doubles. Alright, play my fire a little bit here. I'm going to go Kulhoff and Skupski to win the doubles. I think they've got a bit about them.
Oh, Kulhoff is
Wow.
playing cracker.
He's
Cool guy as well.
Yeah.
Cool
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He was up there on my list of stag guys.
Ah,
Yeah, good letting the guy win. But no, for me, in the singles, my heart's telling me Rafa, but my head is saying it's going to be a new winner this year, and it's going to be Taylor Fritz.
Taylor Fritz
Yep.
to win it.
Yep. After beating the world number one, he's.
No, you didn't. You were number 2.
I didn't. First seed, sorry, top seed.
You are hanging onions there, my friend. I think that's it. I love it. Love to see it.
That is the worst.
No, but he's trying
Predictions
to imagine he gets that prediction right. He's
And then I'm
going
about 20 points ahead of all you.
in.
Minimum.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be really boring here. I'm going to pick Djokovic. Boo me, please,
Boo.
because
Boomtown.
Pathetic.
I just want to get. I want to get a tally mark up on the board. I want to get a win. That's where I'm going.
Ross B, final prediction.
You know what? I'm going to go a bit out there. Seen him today. Rublev.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
That was
the
a great
thing is, it's 1 of 8. So we're hopefully going to have a win
There's
from one of us
no
this
way
week.
we get it right. I tell you, every single one of them is wrong.
I think you're right with the doubles, to be honest with you. But I suppose choosing the top seeds is hardly out there, is it?
I mean, Billie-Jean King Cup there. There was how many teams were there?
Too many.
Quite a few.
And we got none of them. None of us picked Switzerland.
I know. Terrible. Anyhow, that is us done for today. We will find out next week if we are correct with the podcast. Predictions. Thank you all for listening. See you then.
See you then.
Bye, folks.
Boomski! Thanks for coming.